Eu já cansei de te chamar pra tu sair de casa, mas você só continua com essa enrolação.
Hey guys, welcome to the 17th design vlog. I know I haven't been very active on YouTube lately, not uploading many videos even though I promised. So what happened? Too many things happened. I graduated partially, I got a job at a good company, I shifted to a new place, I bought a new laptop for myself, and I have been living alone for the past 1 month. I am not going to show you how I got these things done. Today's focus is on how I got a job even before graduating from college. A little bit about me. I am Roshan Bharti, a design student pursuing my Bachelor's of Industrial Design degree in Bangalore. So let's start from the start. It all started in my last semester, just after the thesis project, where all my friends were doing the internships and I was just being lazy and playing games all the time. So one day I realized that my graduation day is about to come and I haven't even got a job. Or leave about the job, I haven't even got any internship to do for the semester. I got scared a bit. I opened my laptop and started searching for internships. I started with LinkedIn and Internshala, and as the days passed, I started reaching out to people on Indeed and Instagram. Days passed and I didn't get any internships, only replies. I was desperate for an internship. And Instagram, it was making things worse. News after news, post after post, everyone seemed to be doing great, and thousands of people showing up for a low-wage job made it even worse. I felt scared, devastated, and hopeless. And honestly, at a certain point, I no longer cared what kind of designer role it was. If the opportunity said designer, I applied. Let me be straight with you. The design industry is booming, but it's also super crowded now. A job post on LinkedIn gets 200 plus applications in a single day. That's the kind of competition we are dealing with today. You either have to excel in your designs or come from a known college. On a fine day, while I was scrolling through LinkedIn, I saw a company hiring a bunch of graphic designers. I clicked on the opportunity. Already 100 plus people had applied there. I knew then I couldn't just rely on LinkedIn. Therefore, I took some extra measures to confirm this opportunity. So my fellow designers, please take note of this. Firstly, I went to their official website, found their job listing page and applied there too. And to make extra sure they noticed me, I dropped them an email about it, which I found on their website. That's all. A week passed, I kept applying to different agencies, and that's when I got a call from an unknown number. And guess what? I got a call from the HR of the company. The HR asked me for a few questions about myself, and then told me to send my portfolio. Now, I had already sent it to their email, but the projects were more inclined towards industrial design, and because the opportunity was for a brand design, I had to show some brand design projects. Well, luckily, I had done a bunch of branding projects, but the problem was they weren't in my portfolio yet. Thank God, the HR gave me a deadline of 6 hours to send them a new portfolio consisting of branding projects, and that's when it all kicked off. I went digging through my laptop, trying to find these projects. Luckily, I had done the work and saved it somewhere. Even I had no idea about it. I went to Behance, took some project inspiration from my favorite designer, and documented the remaining brand identity projects. After working for straight 4 hours, I made it in time and sent it to them. Finally, I got a call from the HR again. She said they liked my work and they'd like me to join as a junior graphic designer rather than an intern. I was shocked, completely speechless. I started blabbering nonsense out of excitement, but somehow managed to say yes to the opportunity. I was on cloud 9. But then she added, "There's just one thing. You'll have to complete a task so we can understand your capabilities more." Now, let's be real. No matter how much you hate this part, it's something you just can't skip. She sent me the task and it was this. Go to any nearby supermarket, choose a product with bad branding and logo, redesign it, and explain why you did what you did. Sounds simple, right? It wasn't even remotely simple. I received the email at 8 pm and the deadline was 24 hours. Therefore, I had to be quick, so I rushed to my nearest supermarket, not wasting a single minute. Wandering through the aisles for 30 minutes, checking every shelf, I was honestly confused about what to choose. I kept scanning, looking, and thinking, until I reached the other side of the store where no one goes, and I got my hands on this, a Del Monte olive pickle jar. When I first saw it, the packaging felt very plain and not lively at all. It looked dull, uninviting, something you'd probably never pick up unless you had to. That's when I decided to go with this one. I snapped a bunch of pictures of the product because I didn't have money to buy it. Also, I don't like olives. I headed back to my hostel, By then, it was already too late to start designing, so I called it a night and began fresh in the next day.
Been thinking of who I am I now?
Before jumping into the design, I created a roadmap for the project. This one really helps you whenever you start a project. So here's my plan. Start with the brand brief, mood boarding, sketches, logo design, and finally packaging design. I spent 2 hours researching about Del Monte, its logo, packaging, origin, and everything I could get my hands on. I actually found out that Del Monte is actually a pretty famous brand in India. It's based in Spain and the name means from the mountains in Spanish. So I made this as my base concept for the overall design. I started with the mood board, went to Pinterest, Behance to get inspiration and ideas that matched the kind of vision I was looking for. And here's the mood board. If you see the current logo looks outdated and doesn't communicate anything remotely Spanish or organic. So the concept would lean towards something organic, natural, and rooted in heritage. That's the vibe I want for the new logo. Ideally, I'd explore more concept and variations, but because I didn't had much time, I decided to go with my first concept. Based on my mood board, I quickly sketched a few logo variations. I spent around 4 hours coming up with a unique logo. I chose this logo for the brand. The reason I chose this version because it captures the culture of Spain and reflects the place that the product comes from. I designed it in an emblem style because if you look closely, many Spanish brands use emblem logos. They scream tradition, legacy, and premium. And adding the line art just adds the perfect touch of elegance and detail to make it feel truly premium. Now it was time for me to design the logo in Illustrator.
No fancy gifts, no shiny clues. Just your love, so pure and true. All I want for winter is you.
After 4 hours of refining and playing with the pixel, I was finally satisfied with the logo. Because the logo is made up of 5 core elements: sun, water, mountain, food, and organic. Basically, it covers all the criteria I had set in the beginning. When it comes to colors, I didn't go overboard exploring palettes. I just pulled them directly from the previous logo and packaging itself. Forest green, mustard yellow, tomato red, cream white, and grey black. Together, these evoke a sense of trust, health, and freshness, exactly how I want the customers to feel. Next up, typography. I wanted something premium, something that looks expensive. So I'm pairing Playfair Display with Avenir. It's a blend where classic meets modern. And that combo added a ton to the brand's personality. I don't know how time passed. It was 2 a.m. already. So I took a break and slept. The next morning, I woke up at 12 in the morning and directly opened my laptop and started working on the packaging design. Before I started, I took 20 minutes to gather last-minute inspiration on Pinterest. I came across some beautiful packaging references. One had a super cool layout, another used hand-drawn illustrations, and this design just nailed the information clarity. I consumed all these ideas, I jumped into Illustrator and started designing.
I'm driving again. Can feel my face 흐려진 눈 가린 눈물. And it's all cause of you. Yeah. There we go again. We pushing.
Tried variations, explored layouts, played with placements. It was too much work and design. And thanks to ChatGPT, my design process sped up by 3 times. And that's when I realized AI can't replace you if you know how to use it for your benefit. And that's how I created 5 packaging variations. I started at 12 and it was 10 p.m. already. And the deadline was in 2 hours and the slides weren't even made. So I said enough to the packaging design and started working on the presentation in Figma. I went like full beast mode and made the presentation simple yet nice. Somehow I finished the presentation and submitted the assignment, though I wasn't able to explain every design decision due to the rush, but I sent the presentation with an explanation slide. I just got off a call. The call was about my role in the company and the kind of work I'd be doing. And I also got a chance to explain my ideas and thought process on the logo. It went really well. I was hoping they would take me in or not. I have to wait for that. And here we are at Moshi Moshi, the communication company. Yes, I got the job as junior brand designer, and I'm very sure that it will help me grow as a designer. I got a new laptop for myself, which just does all my work perfectly. I got a software subscription and finally got a place to live. Before ending this video, I want to say one thing to all the designers out there, especially if you're just starting out. Focus on your work, believe in your process, and give design everything you've got.
Stranded in the open, dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion, staring down the barrel, waiting for
कमरे में घुसता जैसे हाथी, टेबल बैठा तो फिर गांधी, करते मोटा 4 शो का होते दंगे, चलती लाठी। हमने हार से सीखा और सीखों से जीत बना दी, सोना था।